Welcome back, guys, to Scarlet Nexus, where having defeated the gigantic ice noise that was in this pit, in one hell of a long battle, we now look to escape the area as we run away from our weird religious center to get some answers from Kasane at last. Or at least that's the whole idea behind it, right? We'll see if that works out or not. Let's run away. High speed. Where's more like sleds that show me the world? I wonder if I could just fast travel out, really. So I don't want more bomb things attacking me. But now the boss is done. Oh, we're going to get the answers here in a big neutral ground that might look like an arena for battle. Yeah, sure, I'll get my answers here. That'll be completely fine, won't it? I'm sure that'll be fine.
They're here. It's all of Kasane, Platoon.
Kasane! Looks like all of you made it out okay.
I was able to rescue them thanks to your help.
I should be thanking you. I would have been taken over by Babe if you hadn't been there.
Hey, Kasane. You're not going to try and kill Yuito again, are you?
I already told you. She was the one that saved me.
I know. But I want to hear her say it.
You have all the right in the world to doubt me. In fact, I don't blame you for it either. Yes, I think it's best to talk for now. We should talk and find a better solution, rather than just forging ahead on assumptions. It took me too long to come to this decision, and I apologize for that.
Something's different about you. Can you tell me what happened? Why did you try to kill me?
I know this will sound ridiculous, but please hear me out. I tried to kill you because I was asked to. By you. 50 years in the future.
Me? 50 years in the future? What are you talking about?
I completely understand how you feel. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, there's no way I would have believed it either.
Do you remember when Captain Seto died on the Kunad highway, and we saw that strange sight? My time travel power, the red strings, activated. Then we jumped 50 years into the future.
What? You went to the future?
Red strings. That's right. You said you have dreams about those.
It wasn't a dream. I have the ability to travel through time. A power called red strings. And Yuito, apparently you have the same power as well.
What? I know we both use psychokinesis, but that's not what you're saying.
It seems you understand these red strings a lot better than the rest of us. Just where did you get that knowledge? Was that from the future too?
Yes, it was. We saw Yuito in the future. He told me quite a lot.
He also asked you to kill me.
Right. I'll tell you everything I learned in the future. That should answer everyone's questions.
Sure, it will, definitely.
Who should I ask first?
I don't know. I'm assuming Kasane has the most answers. Arashi's seen it? See, now I'm already starting to go off in my brain. So a me from the future asked her to kill me. But a her from the past asked me to survive. So this her from the past isn't the one that's here presently, but something down the line that then we'll skip backwards because something bad happened because I died, maybe? Or and so there we end up in a crazy loop of what? Sure. I mean, let's talk to everyone but Kasane, I guess. Kasane for last.
The thing that appears when the red strings are used is like a device to time travel. That's apparently what the Kunad gate is.
Oh, you don't auto-scroll.
Normally, it appears only for an instant and disappears immediately, but this time it didn't go away. Left open like that, the gate will eventually swallow the world. It was really bad 50 years in the future.
That's 50 years. We've got a lot of time to deal with stuff until then.
In that world, the Kunad Gate was much bigger than it currently is here in our time. The end of the world. That's what it looked like. It seems that in that future, the gate had expanded so much that nothing could be done to stop it.
Kagalo?
At first, None of us could believe what we had heard in the future. It was just too hard to swallow. We got some news in Seiran, then a bunch of stuff happened, and now we can pretty much believe it. But I have to admit, it's gotta be hard to believe just hearing it for the first time.
I mean, to be honest, it explains at least one facet of things that have taken place thus far.
It was when Kasane used the red strings that the Kunad gate opened.
Well, that is her fault.
But when her power activated, it resonated with yours, Yuito. That's why the gate won't close. On top of that, the gate seems to be slowly expanding. And looking at the news we got from Seiran, it more or less matches up.
Well, still her fault. I don't know. Not that I'm attributing blame or anything, but I didn't ask for her to open the gate because that guy died. Poor Seto. That guy. He's not a popsicle in the fridge, at least. He's being cremated.
The power we both have is actually gravikinesis. It just looks like psychokinesis. When that gravikinesis becomes strong enough to travel through space and time, it's called red strings. I had no idea about that either. The Kunad gate will disappear if Yuito dies. That's what future Yuito said.
That just can't be true.
It was already too late in the future, which is why he asked me that favor. He wanted me to kill you in the past, so the Kunad gate could be eliminated before it got too large.
So my power affected the Kunad gate. I've had a bad feeling since listening to that vision in Togetsu. I can't believe I was right.
So you knew.
Yeah. I didn't want to believe it, but it's true. So, the me in the future... I guess I just wasn't able to end it myself. How lame.
That's not true. The you in that time was great, and you right now is special too.
I have to admit, I never thought you'd be complimenting me. Thanks. That makes me feel a little better. I'm proud I have the same power as you.
That reminds me, how is your brain doing? Has it settled down at all?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm getting by. I told you not to worry. All right, we should exchange intel.
Then first and foremost, we got some questions, especially about Kyoka.
Yes, of course you would.
Kyoka, are you one of the design children from Togetsu?
Yes, I'm a clone made in Togetsu. My genes come from the founder of the Togetsu faith, Dr. Hitoyo Pope. The city is filled with chosen psionics, designed from the same genetic data as me. We are the children of Togetsu.
I see. I guess that's why Kyoka and Dr. Pope look the same. We were shocked when we saw Dr. Pope's vision in the Togetsu facility.
I hate to ask this, but if she was one of the Togetsu followers...
Yes, Kyoka was a spy. She was spying on Kasane. But that's not the case anymore. She decided to live as one of us. I vouch for Kyoka. She's definitely not our enemy.
Yeah, I believe you.
What? That was fast.
The way Kasane looks at Kyoka is proof enough. Though, that's kind of an embarrassing way to put it. Honestly, I don't know much about Kyoka, so I can't really make this decision myself. But I do know Kasane. I wanted to talk to her to decide what to do, and I thought it was best to trust her. If I trust Kasane, then I trust the people she does.
Shiden, there's no need to get so riled up. You know very well this is the kind of person Yuito is.
Yeah, I just remembered how stupid he is.
Hey, Kasane. If Kyoka is one of the design children, does that mean you are too?
What? What are you talking about?
In Togetsu, we saw design children with the same face as Kasane's.
Yes, I probably am.
That's a weird way to say it. This is the first I've heard of this. Care to extrapolate?
I remembered a little from when I was a child in Togetsu. I remembered Mother. From what I recall, I was told I was one of the design children. It only just came back to me, so it doesn't feel real. That's why I said it like that.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. It must be a painful memory for you. You look so sad. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked.
You're very kind, Hanabi. But of course you should have asked. Don't worry about it. And thank you.
You're so nice to her, Kasane.
Really? I wasn't trying to be. Anyway, is there anything else you wanted to ask about?
Yeah, there is. If you know anything about humans coming from the moon, I'm hoping you can tell me more about it.
Huh? Did you hit your head or something?
Oh, so you guys don't know about this?
Wait, what he said is true?
Yes.
All right. I guess we should explain what we've been told.
We learned all of this after looking through Togetsu's archive, so I honestly don't know if we should really believe all of it.
But if you were a Togetsu spy, Kyoka, you would know if this is true or not.
Yes, that's indeed what we were taught. But if that was also part of the conspiracy, then...
Actually, no. It's true. It's all for real.
What do you mean, Kagura?
Tsugumi, don't look at me like that. I can't stand it when you look at me like that.
Kaguro, there's a lot I want to ask you. But for now, tell us about history as Togetsu sees it. Do all Togetsu believers know this?
Right, about that. The faith. That's all a lie. Just a way to get Togetsu independence. Besides, the place is mostly made up of design children.
I must say, it didn't look like a religious establishment to me. So does that mean that you are one of the design children as well, Kaguro?
Now, I said mostly, didn't I? I'm a colonist from the moon.
Get real. Even if there actually were colonists from the moon, that would have been 2,000 years ago.
Cold sleep.
Yes, exactly. A few dozen colonists are being kept in cold sleep in a Togetsu facility. They wake us up in turns to check on the state of the Earth, and then we're supposed to contact the moon.
Hold on. Does that mean you're from the same generation as Yakumo?
Look, I don't expect you to believe me right away or anything, but it's the truth. The people of New Himuka wanted to live on Earth, so those that wanted to return to the moon made Togetsu. Togetsu doesn't care about New Himuka or Seiran. They're an egotistical lot that wants to return to the moon instead of living on this crappy, other-filled planet. But as long as the extinction belt is there, they can't go back. Not only that, there's news that others are attacking the moon too. So they got to thinking, what can they do to save their homeland and escape Earth? They need to make it so the colonization never even happened in the first place.
The red strings. The time travel power.
I see. They want to go back in time and negate it all from ever happening. But wouldn't humanity eventually attempt to colonize Earth again and repeat this history?
To be precise, the plan is to only take the moon and Earth back in time with a few exceptions.
Is that even possible? Taking only a portion of the universe back in time.
They believe the red strings can do it. They plan to leave records of this timeline's history in the areas that were not taken back in time, so future generations won't attempt to colonize Earth again.
Hang on. I'm getting confused. That's so outrageous. I don't know how to take it all in.
Whether you want to believe it or not, Togetsu actually managed to create the red strings to carry out their plan. Kasane is the result of that, although it's pretty strange how Yuito has a similar power.
Let's suppose everything he said is true. That means this isn't really the time to be squabbling over New Himuka or Seiran. If Togetsu were to get what they're after, then none of us would have ever existed.
No, that's not right. We can't let them succeed. We're all here trying to survive.
Kaguro, why would someone at the center of Togetsu's plan reveal all this to us? Can we assume that you are planning to abandon them as well?
Ruining their plan is something I've been working towards since the beginning. That's why I joined them, to get in the way.
That sounds great and all, but how are we supposed to believe you?
You don't have to. If you've got a problem with me, I'll walk. But whatever happens, I'm not going to sit back and let them get away with erasing this history. I left my family on the moon. I won't let them take her existence, too.
Kagero means it. I can tell. It's been a long time since I've seen him like this. So please, trust him.
Tsugumi.
Tsugumi knows Kagero best. I think we can trust her judgment. Besides, I have a feeling you trust him already.
Yeah. If Tsugumi trusts him, then I trust him too.
And if Yuito does, then I do too. Of course, I'll kill him if he betrays us.
Of course. I keep making fun of them for being naive, but that's what ends up saving me.
If we're going to believe Kagero, then we have to believe all of the history about the colonists from the moon too. And then figure out what we can do knowing that.
We're stopping Togetsu's plan. That's all we can do. But it's too much for us to handle alone. We need someone who can move nations.
Are you going to ask New Himuka for help? We're fugitives there.
Even so, we have to. That doesn't mean I forgive them for the things they're doing, though. If they know what Togetsu is trying to do, they might realize their terrible actions are all in vain.
What if we asked Seiran for help? If they know about the Togetsu threat, they might realize that New Himuka isn't who they should be fighting.
I wonder. As far as I know, both New Himuka and Seiran should have a clear understanding about the moon colonists and their history. On top of that, they're both scheming to survive.
At least it's better than nothing. I don't want to just sit here and wait to be erased.
Indeed. So, we should split up and give it a shot?
Yes, let's do that. Yuito, you go to New Himuka.
And you go try explaining things to Seiran. Now we're finally after the same thing.
Let's do our best.
Yes, let's do our best. So I'm pretty sure a lot of us here probably had time travel on, the card, as people put it in the chat for this game, because it was already going into crazy bonkers territory as it was. I like the fact that the power is gravikinesis, because, the whole black holes, possibly, distortion of time via black holes, like the closer you get to it, the slower time goes, etc. So, like, that being an extension of that power being the red strings kind of makes sense. But then it's like, okay, time travel? Sure. The way you're about to use time travel? Mental. That's just like, okay. Erasing part of the history of the universe, but keeping some of it the same. Yes, it's perfect. Little areas of it that are pockets of not being moved back in time. Yes, sure. And now we split up again. At least we're all friends. I love it. And Yuito. We must always train, indeed. And Yuito, of course, being just like, yeah, I trust the woman who's literally tried to kill me several times, and I still didn't ask her the question if she actually stabbed my dad to death or not, but I trust her. We didn't definitively clear up that situation. So yes, moon, colonists to Earth, time travel, erased colonization time, moving, whatever, yeah, yada yada. Let's go back to Hideouts and reflect. Maybe. Well, we wanted answers, but when we finally get said answers, maybe we don't want them anymore. Sometimes it's best not knowing. That said, I'm now like full on, by the way, going, oh man, I really picked the first route, Yuito's route first. I really think that's the good choice by the look of it. Because while it obviously seems that Kasane knew more throughout it, the mysteries with Yuito. And it's the mystery that would probably be a bit less of a mystery, more so, if I played the other route first. So I'm really glad about choosing this route. This makes me even more glad about it. Let's go back to the hideout and then talk about the crazy.
I didn't think we'd find out so much in Togetsu. this is all so unexpected.
All we did was go to Togetsu, but it felt like such a long journey.
Good work, everyone. That was a lot to take in.
It's a bit difficult to accept it all. But I'm glad we know now.
The world we normally see is so small, but our horizons have expanded. And now it's clear that there's another world out there.
I'm glad we're on better terms with Kasane, too. That's one less thing to worry about.
Hey, everyone. About the Kunad Gate.
How your power is affecting it?
Oh, Haruka let me see Seiran's investigation into it, but the results were the same. At least we know it really is, well, getting bigger.
What if Yuito doesn't use his power? If he avoids combat, for instance?
No, I looked at the Kunad Gate investigation papers as well. At this point, I couldn't really find a link between Yuito's specific actions and the gate's expansion.
What? So it doesn't have anything to do with Yuito?
No. You could say that just the existence of his power is affecting it. It's pretty much safe to assume that the gate will continue to expand as long as Yuito lives.
Right.
I am sorry for how that sounded, but it's probably best that you know since it does concern you.
No, I'm glad you told me. Nothing will change if I try to ignore it. If it's like you say, then I don't need to worry about staying out of fights, do I?
We do not know all the details about the Kunad Gate, but I think that is correct.
What are you thinking, Yuito?
I want to ask you all a favor.
What is it?
After hearing all that in Togetsu, I'd be lying if I said I didn't think that killing me was the only option for us now. But there's still things I need to do. Things I need to learn. We can never say for certain that there is no other way unless we search for one. Just like we didn't know about the moon until we went to Togetsu, there might be a way to stop the gate that we don't know about yet. I'm sure Kasane had the same idea, and that's why she stopped trying to kill me. So, I want you to help me think of a way to get rid of the Kunad Gate.
You had me a little anxious for a moment. Of course we'll help you.
Gemma's right. That was the plan all along.
Don't forget about my info network. I'll find out even the most secret information.
This isn't just your problem. No matter what's going on with the world, you have to remember we're a team.
There has to be a way. And I know we'll find it if we look together. We have to save both you and the whole world.
You guys... I thought you'd say that, but I guess I was a little worried. So... thank you.
So begins standby phase 8. Gagalo's there.
Humans came from the moon, and the Earth is going extinct. It's so much at once that my head is spinning. We have to understand it all, though, so we can keep moving forward.
Easier said than done. I'm sure I'm going to get quite a few messages at this point in time. Wouldn't surprise me if everyone came up while I was talking right now. Now I'm talking in a really long sentence expecting it to happen, and now nothing happens. Now I feel like a fool. The other realization after everything as well is that, yes, we know maybe some of the premise of this world and what's going on now, but that feeling of, finally we know some answers is completely destroyed when you think about, do we still really know what the others are? Do we know what Caroline's up to? Or Fubuki's technically really up to? And, you know, the government of New Himuka and Seiran and, you know... Yuito's origins, why does he have the power of red strings? His mum, yada yada. The experiments on him, yada yada. It was like, oh wait, no, we don't actually know anything. Oh yeah, sure, yeah, good. So don't worry, guys. Don't be under the illusion that we now know it all. Ever since the Sewer incident, the OSF and National Defense Forces have increased security to prevent further revolts. However, threat levels remain high and the situation remains unsafe. When a declaration of emergency is made, we urge citizens to remain indoors and help maintain public order. And get your brain scrubbing so you can be one of us.
Maybe I should talk to Sugumi.
One of us, one of us, one of us. Guess let's check the shop first, because new products in the lineup. All max jellies for everyone. The maximum of jellies. In fact, I've got 27k in cash now. I don't know when that happened, but I'm cool with it. Let's go to the exchange. Presents. A pink drink bottle for Hanabi. Already giving her a rare antique lamp after all. A magazine girl quarterly. What else have I not given you? I haven't given you a heavy dumbbell yet, or a hanging scroll for solid, but that's more of an issue because it requires Kunad Highway Environment B. I'll give you the heavy dumbbell then. Beige abdominal rolling has already been given. So perfect poster vision still not being given. Bando Pendu analysis still needs to be obtained for that. Now let's plug in parallelization program H's on the menu, and I can actually make 2 of them, so I probably should. Meanwhile, in, of course, weapons, force-filled Mark 5s can now be made. Even more defense. I feel like defense is the stat I need the most, and I just don't have enough of it. So we need pound-type suppressions and battle record A. Oh, wow. I'm actually not able to upgrade a lot of people's stuff anymore because battle record A is needed. I guess I will do me and all. But then, by the look of it, I can't do anyone else. Equally, it's only +3s for mostly everyone. So it's not terrible that we can't. Battle record A is really what's required there. They acquired from battling and other. This is rare data that's difficult to acquire. It holds high value information on others. Hopefully we'll be able to get more, or you might just end up skipping towards it because we're just ahead of the weapon trend anyway at this point. That's not too bad. Should we go gifting or what? So there's a bond with Luca, not with Hanabi. There's a bond with Sugumi. There is no bond with Gemma. And none with Wataru. Su and Seiran both had crazy big secrets, but Togetsu had the biggest bomb. Yes, it did. Gemma, I've got a present for you. We had a rough time in Togetsu, but we gained a lot too. It wasn't all bad, right, Yuito? Here, would you like a heavy dumbbell? I guess you could have an H parallelization program. So this is the same thing as program V, except you need to use the second one in the person to get the second one. Heavy dumbbell. Who hasn't got the parallelization programs?
Hey, I'm grateful.
I bet you are. My hand weapon just wasn't feeling right, but this is the perfect weight. You really pay attention. My hand weapon? You can just take them into battle now? Luca style. And then Hanabi. Oh, wait. He's working out now. He's really at it. Is Hanabi gone then? Into the kitchen. A lot happened, but I'm glad we made out with Kasane. That was the only good thing. Right, I can give you luxury oil again, because we've just got it. Pink drink bottle we've got. I mean, I may as well just give you the luxury oil, just give you some extra love. It's got a heart on it, you know. She needs more oil for her weaponry.
Wow, I'm so happy.
This feels like maintenance on our party members, doesn't it, really? And then we'll give her the proper gift. Pink drink bottle. This pink drink bottle with a lid received high acclaim. Water and powder can be mixed in uniform consistency while never spilling a single drop. The Quality Assurance Department of Spring Pharmaceuticals tested it by shaking it 1 million times. Okay.
Thanks.
My powdered sports drinks should dissolve quickly if I shake them in this. Hooray! The thing to care about most. My powdered sports drinks dissolve fast. So let's check out where we can go in the world before we do any bonding. Some Asubis can be done. Haino Mountain can be traveled through. I need to get that Kunad Highway information B to be perfectly fair of you. Let's go to Masubi, see if there's any quests. Doing my checking out before I do my bonding. Here's a quest. 2 quests. You ever seen others whose backs stretch out? I can't even get close to them, let alone defeat them. I just joined the other department this year, so they haven't shown me any detailed data. I'm curious, though. Hey, you think you could use a power to take care of it? Although I can't think of how to use it specifically. Sure, what power? Any power? Drone and controller as a reward. Really? Yeah, I appreciate it. Well, we've already given Luca one of them. More quests not even due? Hey, I did all the quests except for one so far. I'm doing quite well on them, actually. I thought. Souls of the Dead return to the moon. Don't you think the Togetsu faith is, like, really deep? I really want to become a member. I guess you can't join online. You have to do it in person. There are some super dangerous others on that mountain, though, right? I've heard rumors that they attack in groups and blow themselves up. Could you take them all out quick? I mean, I probably could do that mission. Oh, thanks. The Scarlet Guardian's sure reliable. Except I'm a traitor. I guess you don't really care. Going to Togetsu. Woo, woo, woo. None ever see him. Should probably make some more defensive paralyzation programs at this point in time. We've got 6 BP, by the way, so I should probably get the brain field reduced damage, which is half damage. Making brain field feel a lot more usable. Where's the full reduced damage? So it's at this tier. So I might start working up their brain field overkill. When the brain field is activated, hitting enemies with a depleted crush gauge increases the experience bonus. However, this doesn't work against strong foes whose HP has been depleted. So I imagine that's only 2 as well, but that's 5. If I get them both, then brain field becomes a invincibility button, apart from the whole die after a certain amount of time side of things, you know? Alright, we got our messages there. Better remember to read them. Quest. So growing other was the base pause. Use a combo vision with Luca to defeat them. And then going to Togetsu was just to defeat 5 session pounds during brain drive. Of course, during brain drive. Of course. Base pause, by the way, they are in the old OSF hospital in the old ward. So that's a bit more annoying to get to. I do remember them, though. You break them incredibly fast, so I do wonder about, like, using the combo vision to actually defeat some of it. So, brain drive. Lovely. Right, let's return to the hideout and start doing some bonding.